For the last 72 hours, we have chronicled the systematic dismantling of the American way of life. We told you about the banking freeze and the ATMs started glitching. We told you about the military standoff and the tanks appeared on the highways. We told you about the lockdown and the checkpoints were established. But there is one piece of the puzzle that is more personal, more invasive, and more terrifying than all of those combined. It is not about your money, and it is not about your freedom of movement. It is about your body. It is about your blood. We have received corroborating reports from multiple sources inside the Department of Defense that the United States is preparing to reinstate the military draft, and unlike the drafts of the past, this one will not be a slow rollout. It will be instant, it will be mandatory, and thanks to modern technology, there will be nowhere to hide. Most Americans believe that the draft ended with the Vietnam War. They believe that the all-volunteer force is permanent. That is a dangerous lie. The Selective Service system has never been dismantled. It has been sleeping, and as of this morning, the beast has woken up. The recruiting numbers for the Army, Navy, and Air Force have collapsed. The younger generation has rejected the military, but the war machine still needs fuel. With the geopolitical situation exploding in Europe and the Pacific, the Pentagon has done the math. They need 2 million boots on the ground within 90 days. They cannot get them with sign-on bonuses. They cannot get them with college scholarships. So they are going to get them by force. We are looking at a leaked memo regarding the automatic registration protocols that were quietly passed in the National Defense Authorization Act. Did you know that the government no longer needs you to go to the post office to register? They already have your data. They have your driver's license, your voter registration, your tax returns, and your student loan applications. They have built a database of every able-bodied male and potentially female between the ages of 18 and 35. This database is not just a list of names, it is a skills matrix. They know. If you are a mechanic, they know. If you are a coder, they know. If you are a nurse, the new draft is not random, it is targeted. They are not just looking for infantry. They are looking for flesh to fill the gaps in the machine. The scariest part of this new directive is the removal of Tier 2 exemptions. In the past, you could get out of the draft if you were in college, or if you had bone spurs, or if you were the sole provider for your family. Those loopholes have been closed. The language in the new order states that national emergency priority supersedes all personal deferments. If you are enrolled in a university, your degree is on hold. If you have a minor medical condition, the standards have been lowered. They are approving waivers for things that would have disqualified you 2 years ago. Asthma, ADHD, obesity. It doesn't matter anymore. If you can hold a rifle, you are going. We have spoken to recruiters who are telling us off the record that their quotas have been replaced with processing targets. They are preparing the military entrance processing stations MEPS for 24-hour operations. They are bringing in doctors and nurses from the reserves to handle the influx of conscripts. Buses are being contracted in major cities, not school buses, charter buses with blacked-out windows. They are preparing to move thousands of people a day from collection points to basic training centers. This is industrial-scale mobilization. And let's address the elephant in the room. Women. For years, the debate about drafting women has been stuck in Congress. But the leaked Unity Service document suggests that the gender barrier is being dissolved under emergency powers. The logic is simple. Modern war is technological. You don't need to be able to bench press 200 pounds to fly a drone or manage a supply chain. If this order goes through, your daughters are just as vulnerable as your sons. Imagine the knock on the door. It's not just for your son, it's for both of them. The psychological impact of this cannot be overstated. We have raised a generation that has never known the fear of the draft card. They think war is something that happens on TV or in video games. They are not mentally prepared for the reality of basic training, let alone combat. The government knows this. That is why the training cycles are being shortened. They are cutting the 10-week boot camp down to 6 weeks. They don't have time to make you a soldier. They just have time to give you a uniform and push you to the front. This is a meat grinder strategy. They are trading lives for time. If you think you can simply dodge this draft, think again. In the 1960s, you could run to Canada, you could disappear into the woods. Today, you live in a digital panopticon. Your phone tracks your location, your face is on every CCTV camera, your bank account is linked to your ID. If you fail to report for induction, they don't have to send the FBI to find you. They just turn off your digital life. They freeze your bank account. They invalidate your driver's license. They cancel your passport. You become a non-person. You will starve before you can cross the border. The system is designed to make resistance impossible. We are also hearing reports of stop-loss orders being prepared for veterans. If you served in the last 10 years, check your mail. You are still in the Individual Ready Reserve IRR. You signed the contract. You thought you were out. You are never out. The recall orders are already being printed. They need experienced tencos to lead this new army of conscripts. You will be pulled from your civilian job, your family, and your life and sent back to the desert or the jungle. The timeline for this is accelerated. The lottery is expected to be announced this weekend. It will be televised. It will look like a game show, but the prize is a tour of duty in a war zone. They will pull dates of birth. If your birthday comes up, you have 72 hours to report, 72 hours to say goodbye to your family, 72 hours to pack your life into a box, 72 hours before you become property of the United States government. This is why the borders are being locked down. We told you about the martial law checkpoints. Now you know the real reason. It's not just to keep people out. It's to keep you in. They are sealing the exits. They don't want a mass exodus of military-age males fleeing the country. If you try to cross a state line this weekend and you are a male under 40, expect to be questioned. Expect to have your ID run against the Selective Service database. If you are flagged, you aren't going on vacation. You are going to a processing center. The mainstream media is complicit. They are running stories about patriotism and service. They are showing movies about we glory. They are trying to manufacture consent. They are trying to make you want to go, but do not fall for the propaganda. This is not World War II. This is not a war for freedom. This is a war for the survival of a failing regime. They are using your bodies to shield themselves from the consequences of their own bad decisions. What can you do? It is difficult. The legal avenues are closing, but you must have your paperwork in order. If you have a legitimate medical condition, get the documentation now. Get a doctor to sign it today. Make copies. Keep them on you. If you have a religious objection, you need to file for conscientious objector status immediately. The backlog will be massive. If you wait until the order arrives, it is too late. Talk to your family tonight. Have the hard conversation. What happens if dad leaves? What happens if son leaves? Do you have a power of attorney? Do you have a will? These are grim questions, but we are living in grim times. Denial is not a strategy. Hope is not a plan. The smart draft is the final tightening of the noose. First they took the economy, then they took the liberty, and now they are taking the people. The government is claiming ownership over your life. This channel, Global Fallout, will broadcast the lottery results live if we are still on air. We will be the ones to tell you the truth about what is happening in the camps. We will not sugarcoat it. Stay hidden if you can. Stay safe if you must. But whatever you do, do not underestimate what they are capable of. The letter is in the mail.